I am back today with a rather, I would say it's a large haul, but I haven't done when was the last time I did a haul video? I don't even remember. It was a very, very long time. But I've accumulated a couple of things over the past, I don't know, I'd say like 3 weeks. Summer drugstore and summer higher end. I made a couple of trips looking for certain things. I've redone my whole setup area where I do my makeup. So I was looking for spring items, and then some of the items here as well were sent to me. So we'll start with the drugstore stuff because it's the least, I should say, or the least of what I have. Okay, so I repurchased my Maybelline Full and Soft waterproof mascara, and I've been using this for about, I don't know, maybe 2 years now, and it's the only mascara that I own. It's the only thing that I use. I swear by this stuff, and it is the very black color. I don't like brown for mascaras or anything, but it's just a basic mascara wand. Like, you would think nothing of it, but it does everything and anything for my lashes. I've mentioned it numerous of times, but repurchased that because mine had dried out. Then L'Oreal had sent over their new Infallible liquid lipsticks, and this is in the shade Never Ending Nutmeg, and you guys know how I feel about my brownie nude lip. This isn't what I have on. I'll show you in a minute what I have on, but one end is a liquid lipstick which sets almost like you have some playtime when you put it on, but it will set. And then on the other end of it, it has the lip balm, which smells super fruity. I love it. And you would think that this would get all grubby because of this color, but if you let this set, nothing, it's so cool to see, but nothing transfers onto the white balm. You can use the balm on its own, but I absolutely love the shade. Okay, next, this little e.l.f. smudge pot in the shade Cruisin Chic. I love this stuff. I have been wearing this nonstop. It was actually on my eyelids in my previous video, I believe. But it is a mixture of, I'd say, like MAC's patina and a little bit of like All That Glitters in a creamy pot. And it's $3. It's long lasting. It doesn't budge. It doesn't move around. I wore it on its own. I wore it with a shadow over top of it. Next is actually the lipstick that I have on. Ooh, got my hair in my mouth. Sorry about that. And this is in the shade Cinnamon. This is the Maybelline in the Buffs collection. I'm not sure what the collection name is. Y'all know how Truffle Tease is probably my favorite lipstick of all time. And that's saying a lot, but this shade, it's almost like the next up. Truffle Tease is a little bit warmer than this, but it's just a really nudie brown shade, and I absolutely love it. I love shades like this, and I'm trying to do peaches and corals for the spring, but I don't think my makeup style has changed, I guess, so I don't think I can ever get rid of colors like this, even though they don't seem I think they're appropriate all year round, but I absolutely love this shade. And it is, I think I said Cinnamon, and it is $9.35, the number of it. And I paid $5 for it at my local Walmart, and absolutely love it. And it was funny because I picked it up on a whim. I didn't do it off of anybody's recommendation or anything. I just found it in the drugstore. I started swatching because I purchased a backup of Truffle Tease. I'm like, what if they discontinue it and they don't have it anymore? But then for some reason, I've never seen this shade at the store before, ever, or ever heard of it. I don't know if somebody might have mentioned it to me, but funny, I was watching Hey Claire's video yesterday, and she mentioned this, and I was like, oh my god, that's the lipstick that I purchased a couple days ago. So I just thought it was pretty funny. Okay, I have a couple of things from Jouer that were sent to me. One being this gloss, which is beautiful, and it is in the shade Wind, and it looks like a peach, but it's almost like a brownie kind of peach shade. They sent me a blush in the color Bloom, which is almost like the sister to it. So here's the gloss, and here is the blush, and it's absolutely beautiful. And I think it would be a great, it makes me think of Nars Gina, but a little bit lighter, maybe more neutral toned, not as coral or as peach, but their blushes too are wonderful. Jouer is one of my favorite makeup brands, so got that. And then they also sent me one of their cream eyeshadow crayons, and this is in the shade Renaissance, I believe. Let me see, yeah. And it's a purple. Now, I don't do color like that, but it's almost like a mix between like an eggplant shade, but then it has some brown and some red undertones to it. I know you can't see it from here, but I think I can get away with it. Even if I wore like a brownie eyeshadow over top, it'll just change up my eyeshadow look, I guess. But I'm curious to try this out and see what it looks like. Now, they just released their Daily Repair Treatment Oil, and this, I was watching a video with, what's his face? Wayne Goss, and he was talking about adding a drop of oil, face oil, to your foundation, and I have been doing so with this, and I absolutely love it. I even use this on its own in place of my moisturizer. It says to use it, it says warm 1 to 2 drops of oil between hands and apply on the face and neck area gentle. It says it can be used twice daily in place of or in addition to your favorite moisturizer, which is what I've been doing. I've been either mixing it with my moisturizer or just wearing it on its own. Especially at night, I pile this on and I just, you know, smooth it all over my neck as well. And it's not greasy feeling, like it's an oil, but it's not sticky or tacky. Like some can be really heavy. This doesn't get all over my sheets or like my pillow or anything like that. So I really had high hopes for it, and so far it's really been doing its job. Next up, I went to Sephora and I was looking for a new foundation. I didn't know what I really wanted. I tried the Dior Nude Air Foundation. I think that's what it's called. I purchased that initially. Oh my god, how horrible is that thing? Like, it might work for maybe an oilier skin, like super oily, and I'm normal combo, but I put it on with my fingers, I put it on with a beauty blender, and it just settled into like fine lines and crevices. It almost went from like, because it's a really liquidy, it has a dropper, it has a really liquid consistency, and it's almost like water, and when you put it on, it just feels really nice, but as it sets to almost like a powdery finish. And I know those newer gel textured foundations are all the rave now, but they do not work for me. It didn't work for me, and I think I think it was like $53, the foundation. Didn't look glowy or dewy. I just had to really work it into my skin to make it look like skin. And even then, by the end of the day, it settled into my nose. It was all into some breakouts, some healing breakouts that I had, especially here, like around my nose. It settled into the lines, so it was a big no-no. So I went back to Sephora, I returned it. I almost purchased one of the Bobbi Brown foundations, and luckily, the sales associate, she was like, I want to try something on you, just, you know, and I went barefaced. I was like, fine, it's okay. And she put a foundation on my face, and I was like, oh my god, what is this? And she was like, it is the Givenchy Tint Couture, I think it is, long wearing fluid foundation with sunscreen. It says it's illuminating and comfortable, which is, yes, absolutely agree. I am in the shade 6, Elegant Gold. Sorry, my nose is like itching. It's driving me nuts. I have really bad allergies right now. But I've never heard of this foundation. I haven't really heard anyone talk about it all too much. So I thought it would be cool to pick it up and review. The only complaint I really had was it's a $50 foundation. You're getting 25 mils versus like the proper, usually foundations come with 1 fluid ounce of product, which is whatever. But for the finish and the fact that it's something different and not something I've really heard about, I thought I'd give it a go. And I've worn it twice already and I've gotten compliments on my skin. Next, I picked up a new concealer, and this is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I picked this up just because Lily Pebbles said she's a big fan of the Nars concealer, which I am too. I've been using it for ages and I've repurchased so many of them. So she said that this one is a lot creamier and lighter and she likes this one better, and I have to agree. I love this. I am in the shade Medium Neutral. And I am between an NC 30-35 for reference. I picked up a lipstick, surprise. I can't leave the damn stores without buying lipstick. It's so bad. But I picked up one of the Marc Jacobs new nude lipsticks, and I have a crap ton of the red lipsticks that were sent, and I did a post on those, so I will link it below if you're interested. But I had to get this one. The packaging is a lot different than the let's see, like the regular black ones. This one's like a nude shade, obviously. And this is in the color, gosh, I don't know if it's Anais or Anais or I don't know. ANAIS, number 146. And it is, again, a brownie nude. Although this one is a little bit more warm toned, it's a little bit more peachier. Next are a few things from Beautylish. And first I have the Bioderma. This is the, I believe it's the combination oily skin one. It's not the regular red top in the clear container. And the stuff, I remember back in the day, it didn't smell like anything. But this one smells like cucumbers, and I really like that. But it is the micellar water. Finally, it's available in the States. You don't have to, or I think I used to order mine off Amazon, and that was like years ago. And I stopped getting it because it was so pricey. And so yeah, I was super happy to know that this was in the States, and this is just a cleanser. Then I had to purchase the By Terry Ombre Blackstar, and this is in Bronze Moon. Everybody keeps talking about this, and I was just curious to see what the fuss was. That's the only why I picked up one shade. I will say this, I haven't used it. I've only swatched it on the back of my hand. I get why they're so popular and why people love them, because they are super creamy, they are pigmented, they're gorgeous, the packaging is gorgeous. But I just swiped this on the back of my hand and swiped the Jouer one, and they both glide on. They're both pigmented. I mean, if you want to get something special, maybe it's the color selection, maybe like a different color range, but right now, just comparing the two, you know, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference, to be quite honest. But again, I haven't used it, so, but this is just initial swatching. I purchased a new blush, and this is the Cheek to Chic Swish and Pop blusher, and it's from Charlotte Tilbury. And I got it in the shade, let's see, it doesn't say it on the box, and I don't know the name of it. And I got it in the shade First Love. You all know that I love the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Exposed, and this is almost similar to it. So packaging's really pretty on this. It looks like that. So very similar, very neutral based. It has a strip of shimmer and then the actual cheek color in the middle. And now that I'm looking at it, hopefully it shows up on my skin. But it's a really, really pretty everyday neutral blush is what I thought. Last item is a brush. I don't know why I'm becoming quickly obsessive about, I don't know, repurchasing brushes, and I don't know. But the Wayne Goss brushes are back in stock, and I had been waiting for this one for a while, so when I saw it, I jumped on it. And this is, I think this is 02. Yeah, this is 02, and this is his highlighting brush. I am touching this right now and oh my gosh, I cannot believe how freaking soft this thing is. Oh yeah. Wow, that is amazing. But his brushes are made over in Japan. They aren't trimmed, like he has actual people taking their time making these, so they're good quality brushes. I wanted this for highlight, for powder. I like sort of like those tapered brushes, and I just purchased one of the Raymores Kabuki ones, and this one's even softer than that. I still like that one, but oh my gosh, it's so soft. It's really, really nice. That's it. That's all I have. Again, next video will be my new makeup storage slash collection. So yeah, so stay tuned for Sunday's video, and I will see you later. Bye.